Now, just before we head to the award presentations, I'm going to invite Seed board member and director and owner of 920 Engineering and Manufacturing, Karen Stewart, to join me and tell me about a project that she's involved with. That
Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go
Good evening, everybody, and a very warm welcome to all to what I'm sure will be another fantastic evening at tonight's Seed Industry Awards. I can't believe a whole 12 months have passed since I was last stood here as headline sponsor. So much has changed when I reflect on the past 12 months, but in many ways things have remained the same. Last year, when I was delivering my speech, I wore one hat. Tonight, I'm wearing three. My first is as a managing director of 920 Engineering and Manufacturing. We're a niche technical recruitment company that supports the sector in terms of their people strategy. My second hat tonight, I'm delighted to say I'm the newest member to the Seed board team. Seed, like many other businesses, are putting a focus on their own people strategy, and they felt they needed more diversity of thought on the board. I'm not an engineer. I don't have a degree. I've never worked in a manufacturing company directly or with an engineering organisation directly. I'm female and I'm just under 40. However, Seed are listening to their members. They're asking on a regular basis, what are your issues? What are your business facing on a day-to-day basis? And more often, people are becoming the top of that agenda. So I really look forward to adding value and creating innovation in this side to the Seed community, and look forward to working with the team on that side. My third and final hat for tonight is as a trustee of our chosen charity for tonight, Smart STEMs. And I really just want to say that I've witnessed it firsthand. These people work their absolute socks off for no other reason than to try and inspire as many young people into considering a career in STEM as they possibly can. Last year, we reached 10,000 young people, and this year we're going to grow that beyond. So for those of you in the room who were here last year, you may recall that my speech was very weighted towards the war on talent. And I'm sorry to say that's one of the things that hasn't changed in the past 12 months. The war is as strong as ever, and attracting people to your business or getting them to stay is tougher than ever. I used this platform to try and appeal to the room, for everybody to try and do something when it comes to the people of your business, attracting them, training them, developing them, or simply creating a culture where they want to stay. When I left the stage, I thought, wow, I've put myself in the line here. What can we do differently? What can 920 do to go above and beyond? It's in our DNA, it's our passion as people and as a business to, inspire the future workforce, create the skills that we need for Industry 4, to work on initiatives for diversity and inclusion in so many different ways. So I had to grab my business partner, Gordon Brown, and we had to bash our heads together and actually say, what's next for us? How can 920 make a further difference? We both agreed that the next audience we wanted to target was to try and influence an influencer. And being parents to young kids who are at primary school, we agreed that families were our next option. So between us, we created the Inspire event. Inspire was an event created for families to come along on a Saturday for free, a full day out, no cost involved. It had workshops, speakers, and an amazing exhibition space. Now, bearing in mind, this idea came into my head after the Seed Awards, so maybe about March time. We hadn't planned anything. We certainly had never done any sort of public event before, and we hadn't budgeted for any cost whatsoever. But we roped in, we're all about collaboration, and we roped in our friends from Smart STEMs, we roped in GCU, and we roped in around 50 companies, industry supporters, to volunteer and give up their Saturday and come and help us inspire the next generation. And I'm really proud to say that on Saturday, the 14th of September last year, 920 held their first ever Inspire event. So we've got a wee video. I'd like you to show you it before I speak any further. Inspire is aimed at children aged 4 to 14. The reason that we've targeted that age group is from starting school, primary 1, to choosing your subjects. The whole concept is to bring your parent along. Parents often don't know what the future of the job market looks like, and I think if the parents actually learned what's ahead for their children, then they're in a better place to guide them there. And there's lots of different careers events and STEM events where there's pop-ups and stands, and it can become a bit mundane and samey. So we try to create something different where there's inspiration through speakers, inspiration through learning together in classrooms, and actually seeing different types of technology as it is now, getting a wee shot of it, and also being educated on where that technology is leading to.
Events like Inspire are an absolute must. We need to have opportunities for our young people to come and have these kind of experiences, particularly within the STEM areas. Here they get real information, real advice, real experience, but not only that, this is fun. There's a huge buzz around Inspire today. I think it's magic and we need more.
I think it's really important to be here today at Inspire to share what we all know about the opportunities and job prospects and technology areas and different things you can do to help inspire them to the opportunity that exists for them, to give them a chance to interact, to talk to different businesses, to talk to different specialists from all walks of life about what the future holds, because the future's here, the future's in these rooms, it's our kids.
Well, I've really enjoyed the event because there's so many people from different companies and everything. Like, I'm going to be choosing my career soon, so this is really good, exploring a lot of other job types and careers.
For us, it's about you can be whoever you want to be when you're older. There's no male or female jobs, there's only jobs out there. And we want to ignite that spark in that young kid's eyes to go, I am inspired and I want to be, and then they go on and do.
When I was younger, you didn't often get taught about the industries that were available to you, so we wanted to come along today and teach kids a little bit about the creative industries. A big part of our message today was talking about how being different and often being weird can actually be a good thing.
It's highly fruitful of young kids that we can inspire and encourage into our industry. This is an avenue for us to find our future engineers.
It's inspired me that so many people have turned up. It's inspired me that I have had people chat at my door to say, how can we get involved, how can we come here? It's inspiring to know so many people want to be involved with Inspire and shape the future of the job market and the generation to come. Thank you. I'm sure you can all see from the video, it had a real impact on the day. We were so proud that over 900 families attended, but actually to be there on the day, I had a genuine lump in my throat so many times. Families turned up before it started, they were there for 9:30, it didn't open till 10, and some of those same families were still there when we closed at 4 o'clock. I got high fives, I got hugs, I got parents running up to me and saying, I didn't know my kid loved learning. I didn't know my kid could code. My goodness, I had no idea, that these opportunities even existed. So we knew at that point we had won the hearts and minds, and needless to say, we will be hosting more Inspire events moving forward. And, some of the Seed community and people in this room really supported us with that. And I don't want to miss anybody out, but I'd like to say a thank you to Skills Development Scotland, Booth Welsh Automation, SHH Drinks, Alexander Dennis, Ceric Systems, Smart Stems, Scottish Leather Group, and anybody else. If I've missed you, please come and let me buy you a drink to say thanks, because I know it was giving up a Saturday, so thank you so much for that. I'm now coming to the end of my speech, and I suppose this is where my three hats gel into one, because it's all about the people. And I genuinely this time want everybody in this room to try and listen, because I want everybody in this room to do something different when it comes to the people in their business. The Seed community is huge. I'm so glad to have joined it. My own network's massive, and I'm sure everybody in this room has a network that we can all join together and do something. And actually, together, we've got a chance of making a difference. I believe that if we all do something different, we can create some sort of movement. And imagine just looking back in 10 or 15 years' time and saying, wow, I was part of that. I made a difference. We've got young entrepreneurs, young innovators, and confident, ambitious individuals coming towards our community, all because we spent a wee bit of time doing something different. So how can you do something different? Many of you will be Seed members. That's fantastic. If you're engaged, even better. However, if you can attend a workshop, you can't make it to an event, why not send somebody from a different department or somebody in your team Who doesn't want the recognition to go out and network on your behalf? Who doesn't want to come back with some information to share to the team and make your own practice better? So go along and do that. Please get more involved. In terms of the war on talent, I'm sure you're struggling as everybody else is. Have a look at your CSR policy. If you don't have one, please go and speak to SmartSTEMs. It's a tick in a box, which I shouldn't say, but actually it doesn't take a lot of money to sponsor or a lot of time to send some of your team to the events, to host a workshop, to engage or host an exhibition. It's not a big ask, and it's genuinely addressing an issue your business is facing right now. And finally, if you do want to appeal to families, then please come and speak to us at 9:20. We will be hosting another Inspire event with SmartSTEMs and GCU in September. We'd be more than happy to have a chat about that. It's a bit like the ethos of Seed. You get back what you put in. And if you don't put in anything, please don't sit and complain that you can't attract people to your business. So on that, I'd just like to say well done to the winners. Good luck to the people who are waiting to be nominated. And have a great night. And finally, I did say last year, let's create some movement around dancing. And that has fallen on deaf ears. So next year, I would really like some lobbyists to get us dancing tonight, okay? Thanks.